Hi, my name is Laurent, and today I want to talk about family. We are a few hours away from the transition into the next year, and I wanted to say a few things. I wanted to take a quick 2 to 4 minutes soundbite on this. And to the difference of other recording I have done, this one apparently is asking me to come back to it quite often, but it's been difficult to make this recording. I want to take the angle of family as a story-making process and a crew of story-maker, just to highlight the very nature of who we are as human beings, which simply nature-made people, nature beings, transferring energy and stories and quality of emotions or interaction through the way we interact together. It's completely immaterial. But this immaterial relationship is transmuting and manifesting itself in very material forms every time a new human being is born. And the magical aspect of it is the fruit can change the emotional journey it's going on. And that's us, obviously. We rarely see that in other places. Weather is quite often the weather or viruses or other insects having an impact on the actual edible fruits. But on us, it's mostly stories, and the stories we create in our mind about how things should be, how things should have been, or what I've received, or the type of treatment, whether it's loving, abusive, or whether love was present or completely absent, or twisted or distorted. All of this has a magical effect of creating the world we live in and inviting ideas on creation and innovation and create the world we live in. So in many ways, families is ground zero of the future of society. And I know there is nothing new in there for most of us. But yeah, when you looking at this and looking the fantastic propagation of energy and resources and the massive creativity and innovation, which is born out of how we've been raised and how we are parenting or adulting each other, is fantastic. I think it's a tremendous source of hope. So as we're looking at the family celebration sometime at the end of the year, there is also an opportunity to look at in the mirror of our family, not necessarily the eyes of judgment or with the eye of sometimes uncomfortable emotion, but with also a source of hope, like what is sometimes what can change, and learning to be with that and engaging not necessarily in its transformation, but as a source transformation to other places at times when it's not available here is tremendously helpful for the rest of the world and for the societies we're going to create, instead of sometimes pretending that everything is all right. Because when we pretend, then of course, when we pretend temporarily, because deep within there is no pretense, it just doesn't exist. It's impossible. The truth and the fact that everything is connected at all times and mirroring itself at all times guarantee that is going to come out one way or the other. So the capacity to be with what's available in front of us in our family is also a way to trust that integrity and do the modification in the story algorithm, and therefore becoming with family members story makers and story creators for the world we want to live in. In many ways, families are places where we haven't chosen. We don't choose our family. That's a sentence we often hear. But I think we don't choose our family because it's a training ground for if we are able to engage and to learn from and to let go of how things should be and should look like at ground zero, then we can be confident in our capacity to create and to have ownership to engage and create what we want for the world or what the world wants from us as we build it together in a co-creative manner as a species in relationship with nature. Currently, that's what I've left to say. I think the other recordings are going to disappear. Yeah, thank you for listening. And as always, let's stay in conversation.